Shall we begin?
All right, good evening, everybody. Welcome to another exciting edition of Sunday Night Madness, where we like to fuck everything up as soon as we touch it. That is what we are all about.
It breaks it. It breaks the lotion on its skin.
It breaks the lotion. It breaks the microphone. The microphone stands, the monitors, the air conditioner, the fucking fan. Even why not? Let's just
this heat likes to walk through and play.
It's the heat.
Mongo in a chino shop.
Well, and if it's the heat, it's the damn devil.
Oh, Mongo straight. Don't be gay, Mongo.
Shall we begin?
Fucking perfect. Yeah, so like I said, this episode is brought.
Sorry, I was picturing Whore Island.
What is happening right now?
He's going through the cart wall now. Somebody gave him the power to press buttons. So I am Crazy Chris. I am joined with my broadcast colleagues, Topher, the hairy bastard.
Not anymore.
I don't fucking care.
Not anymore.
He's not.
I'm shorn.
He is shorn,
Slick.
actually.
Slick baby.
Slick?
It's the slick baby.
I got it. Joined with me is Topher, the cue ball bastard.
All right.
And the lovely Tenacious T.
Hello.
Coming back from her little week vacation. What? I told people you were in Antarctica visiting relatives.
Oh, okay. Okay. I wish.
Well, he said Arctica, so we were thinking
Nanook.
Nanook of the North.
My mind was there because, of course, I was watching Alone, and that's where they are. So. Well, they're in the Arctic, but yeah.
I'm surprised you haven't tried to storm Area 51 with the rest of these
Hey,
fucking
that's September 20th, and I'm on it, okay?
All right. It would be nice knowing you, bitch.
I just want to get.
I wouldn't dare. I'm just watching it, but I've joined like every last group that has to do
I'm
with
all
it.
for it because I'm all about thin the fucking herd.
These
You
people.
how Jeremy of you.
I'm sorry. Hey, he and I agree on some things, and that is one of them. Thin the fucking herd.
He played a Euthanatoy in the mage, and because it fit his natural disposition.
Kill shit.
Spin the wheel.
Spin the wheel.
The wheel must spin.
I'm just saying. People like to. First of all, we already know what's going to happen. No one's going to actually fucking show up, except for like 5 people.
I don't know.
What I want is to get a food truck and park it at the visitor center and sell glow sticks and just start turning this into a festival.
CBD oil.
High THC
I want to do it.
oil.
Oh my god, we could do this.
We could, but we're broke and can't afford the food truck.
What was it you that wanted the food truck that was the grilled cheese? That was it? Somebody posted that would be their that was the food truck that they wanted was grilled cheese.
I want a food truck, but it's so much more than that.
But yeah, say T likes to cook, so
it popped up because it literally says just grilled cheese $1 or whatever like that, and I would totally make like a chili food truck and park right beside it, like
or tomato soup, a tomato soup truck.
It was like, just like grilled cheese, chili, or grilled cheese tomato soup.
That's it.
And it's literally one item on the menu on Egypt.
I have such a great idea, but I don't want to say it in case somebody's listening and they have a food truck and they want to beat me there. Oh my god!
Well, listen, there's nothing new under the sun. The idea has already been thought of. So
but
Facebook already fucking knows what it is anyway. It's read your thoughts. You're fucked.
Right?
Sometimes I feel like it is reading my thoughts.
It is. It's programmed to learn. It actually does read your.
It's learning, but I mean.
Great. Facebook.
That's why I just randomly click on shit now. By the way, because I'm like, fuck you, Facebook.
It's like, did I snort like a microchip or something at some point?
Well, no, if the internet is any history of how AI bots go,
right?
Facebook will become uber racist and start wanting the downfall of humanity.
It already has.
It worked for Google. I mean, it worked for the Google bot or whatever.
Seriously.
You remember the
yeah, she went Isn't that the one who went like all insane? And
like in
became
like a couple
Nazi?
hours,
Yeah,
and she was
became,
like
this
advocating
Nazi
the
racist.
killing of Jews, and I was just like, oh, that escalated quickly.
Yeah.
man.
Yep, that is that we are far from advanced AI. Like, we think we are close, but then when we start turning shit loose, we're like, oh, well, time to go.
Did you ever see?
And then 4chan ruins it.
The fortune ruins it.
Did you see the movie AI? Is that Steven Spielberg?
It was Robin Williams, wasn't that, wasn't he?
I'm not sure.
No,
it was.
No, that was Bicentennial Man.
It was what's that? Jude Law, I think.
Yeah.
It was with the kid.
Yeah, that's
No,
yeah, and it was fucking terrible.
Fucking hate that movie. That is like at
It's
the
terrible.
top. That's like one of my top 3 most hated movies like of all time.
Because like the whole
It was just it dragged, and it was just I was so disappointed. In
28
Steven
Days
Spielberg.
Later is on my list of top 10 worst movies.
God,
It's like 20. It
hate
is
that
the
movie.
beginning of that movie, like for a fucking hour. It was The Hobbit with zombies for the first hour of the fucking movie. Look, we're just walking. We're just walking. Oh, look, it's an abandoned building again. Weird. How many fucking shots of an abandoned building? And it fucking sold. Like, people watched it. And they're like, it was so good. It was so good.
I have a movie where they walk to Mordor too. It's called Rough Cut. It's the whole movie of walking. It's in like a 12-acre building,
Right.
you know.
Well, which is fine. And I think we probably did walk to Mordor as many times as we ran back and forth. But
I do that. Call that my walk to Mordor movie.
there was a shitload of walking in that movie. Like, every shot was a walk.
Like I could almost put in Barbie from the airplane thing, like, and Barbie tour guide, and we're walking and walking.
It's fucking perfect, though. But, yeah, so I've seen some pretty fucking amazing shit about this Area 51 thing. And the more I think about it, the more fun it is. And, of course, you know, you and I talked briefly about it last week, and this Area 51 shit is... there's nothing there, so everybody listening right now, just fucking listen to what I'm saying to you.
Go ahead and storm it.
Just storm it all you fucking want. You're gonna
Right.
die. They've already fucking said
100%.
they will open fire. This is a secret testing facility. It is a fucking.
They
It is a
can't-
bomb testing site. Do
If
not.
we have 1 million people, they can't
Go
kill us
there.
all. The A-10
the A10 Warthog.
pilots are going.
They
Challenge
do.
accepted.
The A10 Warthog says, "Hold my."
I mean, all they have to do is drop something. Just
Here, hold
drop
my.
it. But well, I mean, what's funny, like on most of the pages, it's just all millennials. Like it's
Right.
all millennials.
Well, yeah,
But,
because
like, some
they-
of the memes are so epic.
because
though. Like,
they
I
can't-
just
they-
read their comments and I'm
The baby
dying.
boomers are like, "You guys are fucking stupid. There's a reason
Seriously.
we never did this."
Yeah.
The Xers are like, eh.
Yeah, Gen Xers are like, "Yeah, there's aliens. We know there's aliens. We don't
Yeah.
care.
Yeah.
They're never going to tell us. We're moving on with our life. Like, we'll find them at some point, or they'll find
Well,
us."
us Xers are sitting here looking at the millennials who are like, oh, we're just going to storm it and find out the truth and yada, yada, yada. It's like, they already moved that shit to Area 52.
52 in Kentucky.
No,
No.
it's in, like, Utah.
Utah. Area
52 is not in.
Area 52 is in Utah.
That's worth a Google.
Yeah.
I know because Rob Lowe told me.
63. I'm like 90% sure Area 63 is in Utah, not 52.
52 is in Utah.
Hold the fuck on, and I will fucking tell you. God.
No.
This is why we need our lovely research assistant who's on her way to Washington.
Well, she probably passed through Utah.
She's
I'm
probably
saying.
she's probably on the way to Area 52 as we speak.
Seriously. Yes. So whilst they are Googling this, I'd just like to say that I am right.
The Tonopah Test Range, 30 miles, been featured in history.
Where? Speak
That's the
loudly.
home of the Area 51, by the way. That's what they showed you.
Yep, it is.
Okay. What was that, Chris?
It doesn't say, dude. Fucking relax.
I cannot.
Dugway Proving Grounds, U.S. Army facility near Salt Lake City, Utah.
There we go. Secret Area 52.
There's an observatory that sits on the border in Arkansas, in a town called Nashville, Arkansas, that you can get up and look over into Utah.
Why does Arkansas have like all the copycat names? Like
Because
they've got like the same cities as Tennessee.
Oh, this is ranked.
well, it's because people moved out of there and it was like, we're going to go here, but I don't want to
We're-
change my
Right, I'm
my-
not original.
I don't want to change my address. I have all these stuff monogrammed.
Because I I think I told you guys about that, like how badly I want to go to the Crater of Diamonds State Park.
And just like sift through and see if you find diamonds?
Yes, it's in Murfreesboro, Arkansas. I think I said that correctly, but there's
Murfreesboro.
There's a Murfreesboro.
Krista's trying to listen
Tennessee.
as she's going through Montana, and it's not working very well.
So she's just getting
We're fucking terrible people. Oh, should have never gave you motherfuckers money.
No, wait, I have to do it now.
Where are they at, T? Are they in the street?
Oh, wait. They should have never gave you. That's money. I have to watch it.
Speaking of money,
We have none.
Did you get right? No, that's obvious.
$0.
Did you see the Brinks truck that back door flew open driving down like a major road?
If I did,
Yeah,
They
well, we
dumped
wouldn't be here right now.
$200,000 out the back door, and the police were like,
Oh no, I think I did see.
You would like to turn. We would
A
like
lot
you
of
to
people
turn this
turned in the
stuff
money. They
in
turned in like 150,000 of it already.
because if you don't, we'll charge you with theft.
Yeah, because you'll totally catch us.
Well, it didn't help that people were live streaming, driving down the road. They were driving down the road watching people pick up all this money. They're like, "Oh, did you see this?"
exactly, and they will look for them. It's happened before.
So my idea was, you pick up a few thousand. You're like the 10,000 wrap things.
Yeah.
Like, just aim for those because you know how much you're in there.
Yeah.
You get like 4 or 5 of those, and you hand one stack back to them.
Right.
You turned in the money.
That's right. That's exactly what I did.
Okay.
Moving on.
I just want to know why the fuck this never happens, like in front of me when we're
Right.
driving.
Well, when I saw it, I thought because it was equated to like something like 465, but the pictures that I saw, like the streaming of it,
Yeah.
it looked like 465.
Wait,
I was like,
was
where was this at?
It wasn't in Indiana. It was some.
No, but it made me go.
Not a single person in Indiana would have returned that money.
I would have. I would have.
No, you wouldn't.
No, I'm going to tell you why I would have. Because I'm poor. And if I obtained my money that way, I'm going to lose my money the same way. I can't afford karma's retribution right now.
My thing was like, because I was talking to a couple of people about it, and I was like, the one thing that I would have done with it, like I said, I would have turned some money back in. That way, if I was on video, and I would pull it out of the thing to where it looked like a big wad of, like I was up there just picking.
Right.
And like, oh, well, here's the money that I grabbed. And the rest of it would have been to, I would have aimed for a film budget.
About the experience?
No, I'm talking about, because we have a $200,000 film that and if I can come up with half of the money.
All right.
So I'm out there with, a Hoover and...
I got my shop vac.
See, but you cannot go to them and say, here is some of the money
And it's in Atlanta.
that I got.
Atlanta, that was it.
It was in Atlanta.
Oh,
It was hot Atlanta.
I'm still surprised. Well, those people have money. So, depends on what part
Yeah.
of Atlanta you're in.
But,
Same thing with Indianapolis, though. Like if you got on the north side of 465.
I don't know, because they would never tell
But I wouldn't say here's some of the money. I would have grabbed a whole bunch of it and then put.
Here's all the money I took.
Here's all the money.
Yeah.
And then still have the. They're like, what's that lump over there? I have polio. Leave me alone.
Reminds me.
My mom didn't believe in vaccinations.
One of my favorite movies is called Millions, and it was made in the UK, and it has to do with it was like the changing of the currency over to the euro, and there was this massive robbery because they were gathering all the bills back and to destroy them, and then there was a heist, and they strategically like robbed all these trains, and they found the money. Well, the money was dropped off in certain checkpoints, and so the robbers, they had all like correlated, like, okay, we're going to be here at this time, we're going to drop this bag here, you go and retrieve that, and you go do that. Well, this kid stumbles across it and gets the bag, and then he and his brother keep it a secret. Then his dad finds out, and then they just go on this massive shopping spree, and then they go to change the money over to the euro, and then they get caught and they return the money, but they end up, one of the little boys ends up keeping a stash, and they take a trip to Africa and like install a well in one of the African countries and whatnot. But I absolutely love that movie. But that's what that reminds me of, because I think I would have done the same thing. But it was exactly what you said. Like, he would have just stashed them. Like, here it is. This is all of it.
Yep.
This is all of it.
And I'm giving stuff away, and I'm going to be like people are going to target me now. Like law enforcement are going to be looking at me like so how do you know this?
Yep, that's what happened.
But no, but what I'm saying is there's a few things that are really, really easy to bring money in from undocumented sources.
Oh, yeah.
Owning a bar.
Yep.
Owning a laundromat.
Any cash shop business.
Yeah.
Any one of them.
And film companies.
Yep.
Because all you have to do is say, this was an investment into this film, yada, 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 and you give it a fake name, fake whatever, and say, just, and...
How do you think Hollywood's been getting all their money?
So you just gave up secrets. You just gave up secrets.
So if anybody wants to
really.
launder some money through a film...
It's not hard to do.
We've got one for you.
We have several films that we would like to get going, and...
I think laundering the money through the laundromat is just poetic.
Right?
It's money laundering. I'm literally laundering the money.
Ka-doonch, ka-doonch, ka-doonch. Dude, get the pennies out of the butcher.
No! This is hilarious. See, but that's me. So.
I feel really good.
Yeah, it's a good shot. What were you drinking on, T?
So good right now.
T had herself a little
Scotch,
dab
Scotch.
of Johnny Walker Red.
Scotch.
She drinks alone. Yeah, with nobody else.
That's what you do
except
when all your friends get new boyfriends and new jobs for the summer.
I don't know if you didn't live so far away.
Who got new boyfriends besides Whitney?
You did.
There were other people.
You did.
I didn't get a new boyfriend. I got the same old tired ass bastard I've had for fucking years.
Whoops.
Mind your business,
Total
T.
commitment.
Yes, you are.
Love
I
it.
cannot help but notice how the tips of those rods look like mini penises.
Well,
Has it been a minute?
I'm strangely aroused.
Hey,
Somebody
we do
smacked
have
my dick yesterday, and I yelled at them because they smacked it like I've had it under
You
control.
didn't smack them back.
No, they walked by and they're like they're not on purpose. Like they were trying to get my attention, and they just smacked me right in the dick. Like, pow! And I was like, "You literally just smacked my dick. Why would you fucking do that?" They're like, "Oh, you'll be fine." I'm like, "No, you don't understand. It's been asleep. You just won't get the fuck up. Now it's gonna wander around, try to get into shenanigans, and knock it the fuck off." Nobody wants to believe me.
Oops.
Fucking dick's got a mind of its own, man. It just does what it wants.
I guess. Is it going to be that kind of show tonight?
It is.
Apparently.
I guess it's kind of my fault.
I have not.
I don't
made
know,
any
because,
fart
like,
jokes.
you're-
yeah, I'm
you're
saying
like-
you're the one that brought up the penises.
Yeah, you're over here looking at the thing and thinking
I
of
looked at them,
penises.
they look like they could
And you were licking your lips and everything.
No, I was
If you were a
Yes, you
Patreon
were.
subscriber at
I was-
patreon.com/GP Network, you'd be able to see T licking those lips. Go ahead and jump on there right now, and you can contribute to us in a very real monetary way. We appreciate everybody that listens. But we are fucking broke, and I'm not even ashamed of it anymore. I'm just going to fucking beg you for money. That's about all I can do. We are pathetically groveling for your cash contribution.
For those who will
Join
bring
our
in cash in, those who will put cash in, Maker will take his clothes off.
For those who put more cash in, I will put them back on. If you give enough cash, I get tased in the balls. That was the thing that we talked about. Nobody wants to promote it. They expect me to promote it. And I'm like,
no.
I'm the
We
one to
promote
get
the
tased
shit
in the
out of
balls.
it. We promote the shit out of it. You're over here just like, shh.
Pretty much. Shh, shut up. Shut up.
Nobody liked my idea of just cupping and tasing you in the taint. Of course, the person who does that's going to get a face full.
Who didn't like that idea?
Jeremy wants to tase me directly in the ball sack.
Well, because he's afraid that if he hits him in the taint,
I'm going to blow my load directly
right in
on
his
his face.
And he wants that.
No, he does. That's why he
doesn't want
he's like,
to
no,
do it.
I'm not doing that.
Okay.
Because that's exactly what will happen.
Okay.
I've already determined when you guys go to tase me in the balls, I'm going to have an erection. just to make it as fucking awkward as I possibly can.
And then it'll shock his belly button.
That's right. Oh, God damn it.
It'll be like a little arc reactor thing, like a little Tesla coil.
I don't know what's happening right now.
From the tip of the dick to the belly button.
It'll be like a little Tesla coil. It'll just go zap.
It's alive.
It won't be after that. Get ready for a world of ED meds.
Right?
I just don't know.
That's all right. I'll take the blue, yellow, green, purple, and fucking orange pills.
The green and yellow, purple pills.
Yeah, the pills.
That's right.
Gotta
I'll take a couple
Now I
uppers.
have D12 stuck in my head. Thank
I'll
you.
down a couple downers.
I have the Dirty Dozen stuck in my head.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you very much.
Nothing compares.
In fact,
You're welcome. Jeez, I know what's getting queued up for fucking break. But yeah, patreon.com, like I said, if you would like to contribute to that tasing of the balls. Should we call that the tasening? Or the
tasening?
Or the taintening?
Taintening.
The taintening.
Please.
The takening. So if you would like to contribute to the tasening of the taint, then you may do so by going to patreon.com/GP Network, where we will be able to provide you with in-studio access to the camera, where you can see all the crazy shenanigans that we get into, including the uber ridiculous liquor bottles and beer that we have stacked up on the table right now. We've already determined that we are going to have death by alcohol tonight, so you'll be able to see that. No, it's too late. You've already committed.
I don't want to die.
You signed the waiver when you
I
left
don't
it.
want to die.
Exactly. $5 gets you access to discounts on merchandise as well as the camera. $10 gets you shouted out on the show. And if you're a local, we'll bring you on, host you, allow us to roast you. It's called Host a Roast. And we'll be able to fucking do that. And we'll shout you out on the show, give you a prominent place on the Geek Public Radio website where everybody can see what a fucking kick-ass human you are. So if you're into that kind of shit and keeping up with the Joneses, support your local radio. That's us. We're internet radio. We have our
we're local
call sign.
everywhere.
We are local everywhere. I like that. That's the fucking tagline. Right fucking there it is. There's your movie.
On the air. You heard it.
We are
You
fucking
heard it
local
first.
everywhere. Geek Public Radio. We're local everywhere.
So it's no longer radio from the game room.
No, I don't. I've never liked that. I just didn't have the heart to tell you until we came up with something better.
Speaking of which, we need to get ready to go to break.
I'm
now.
ready to go to break.
But when we are at break,
Yes.
there is something that I am rolling with that I just need a couple of things, and I think you guys would get a kick out of playing it.
Fuck yeah. Let's go to break so we can talk about this shit.
All right,
We'll be right back on Sunday Night Madness. Oh, ready. We are back, everybody, here on Sunday Night Madness, and I need my fucking headphones turned down. Thank you. Holy shit. God, our sound engineer's a fucking dick. All right, so when we left for break...
My left nipple.
Okay, well, fuck it. Let's talk about that, Chris. Go ahead. This is the Nipple Massage Hour. Brought to you by our Patreon subscribers.
Excuse me while I whip this out.
I mean, that's perfectly acceptable, especially after we just got done talking about what we were talking about at the back. All right, so...
talking about all that latency.
Yes. It's bad, by the way. I'm fucking catching that pretty good. I'm trying to turn the mic. There we go. That's better. Now I feel like I'm contributing to the conversation.
There's too many fat people in this studio because that mic, because of where it sits,
Yeah, it sits right here, right above my belly. It's not quite touching.
Right, but because
when I breathe, it is.
But that's the one that I had to go back in and tighten back up because it gets pushed out and normally would short. And
I mean,
that's
makes
what
sense.
Krista had so much problems with it. Every time she touched it, it went...
I mean, never mind. She's not here to defend herself, so I'm not going to...
Are you talking about her anti-technological field?
No, I was more speaking of the... yes, that's exactly what I was talking about, yeah.
Give you a way out.
The tremendous assets that tend to get in the way of anything above or below chin level. So,
and IQs drop.
Oh no, I'm dead airing on purpose. I just I don't have a follow up. I don't know what you guys wanted me to do there. Oh, so again, awkward silences aside, we have
we played a little bit of Purple Pills during the break.
We did. I'm going to take a fucking drag off of this Johnny Walker red label bottle.
Off the ashtray scotch.
The ashtray scotch. I mean, that's really what it is, though. It's delicious.
I've talked to people who drink and smoke, and I talked to people who drink that and don't smoke, and there are two camps with red label. Those who don't smoke say it tastes like an ashtray. And those who do smoke don't taste the ashtray
because they smoke.
And I think
Shut your trap.
So I'm going with like the great whatever the $50 bottle that they have over here. I'm going to try that.
I think it's Johnny Walker Blue.
No, it was like the Glengooley or
Glengooley Blue.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. Glengooley is it's a really good bottle of scotch.
I get that confused with whatever's on Archer.
Glengooley.
Yeah, but the actual one is a little bit different. It's not the same pronunciation.
Well, no, they call it Glengooley, but the bottle says something. It doesn't quite say Glengooley, but I know what you're talking about. But yeah, it's Glengooley Blue, and it's a really good scotch. And they said it's a $300 bottle.
Glenfiddich is the stuff that's here. Glengooley is the Archer
the one
parody.
from Archer?
Is the Archer parody.
Pretty sure there's a Glengooley fucking... Did you just look it up?
Or Glenlivet. Glenfiddich. Macallan.
I don't like Macallan.
Why is that?
Is it
Chivas Regal.
It's not. I don't think it's a smooth scotch. I'll drink it. Like
Johnny,
somebody's like, "Oh, I got that." Right.
Then you have the of course the Johnny Walker White Walker.
I want to try that because
I belong to the Johnny Walker Society. I've been a member for like 20 years.
Is it the Black Label Society?
Actually, it is.
Yeah,
that's a good band. I like their music.
This is awesome.
So when they have like parties and tastings and stuff like that, I'll get in for free and I get to have all the
My buddy Chris
Johnny Walker
is an ambassador for Maker's Mark whiskey. So he has an actual barrel down at the distillery that's named after him. It's got a...
See, I would like to do that, something like that, but I would request that they painted it orange.
So you could say orange barrels? Okay.
Orange barrels everywhere I see.
Orange barrels looking back at me.
Why?
You don't... That's the state song, dude. That's...
Yeah.
It's about the state flower.
Okay.
It always starts blooming in the spring.
Yep. And never goes the fuck away.
And they start small, and then, like, throughout the summer, they get really big, and then they go back to being small, and then they, winter comes, and then the potholes.
Thank you for that lesson.
You're welcome. You're not allowed to drink on the show anymore, T.
I'm fine.
T went from, oh my God, I'm talking about all these conspiracies and the shows and the UFOs and Area 51 and scotch. Done.
It's like me with donuts.
Donuts.
Oh my my God, donuts.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, by the way, has anybody had Quack Daddy's Donuts, by the way? This fucking place in Pendleton is fucking amazeballs. So they're all cake donuts, right? And they're all made to order. So they don't sit in a bin or anything like that. They make the cake donuts fresh.
Gonna make the donuts.
And they fry them up, and then they give you your toppings and stuff. So you have like all your different icings. You got like strawberry, vanilla, chocolate, maple, and all
cereal.
That.
Yeah,
no, that's your toppings, not your icing.
Oh, my bad.
I was working on that part,
Okay.
but fucking spoilers, I guess.
Sorry.
like cereal? Like
Again,
you just
not
put
allowed-
cereal on
not
top of
allowed-
it?
not allowed to drink.
Quack Daddies.
But no, Quack Daddy's
talks about them all the time.
It's really good. I enjoy the shit out of it. But yes, they have like Oreo toppings and
I think, and fat guys that walk out of there with a donut that's like 4 foot or like a foot
I
tall.
mean, it's a
Like
good 3 inches tall. It's a big, tall donut. It's
Well, I'm
a cake
talking about
donut.
like just with toppings. He'd be like, "Oh yeah, we'll just one of everything," and like a foot tall donut.
Well, you only get one topping and one icing per donut, so can't do that.
Well, I'll pay for a dozen.
And then stack them on top of each other. See, now you're talking the language of the fat people. Now you're speaking the obese. We're to call the obese. We talk about food. You're speaking obese.
I speak it fluently, apparently.
It's all right. My doctor put obese on my paperwork. I was super upset.
For real, you were upset.
He wrote
They do
obese.
that to everybody.
Well, I
know,
know what
right?
I'm playing
5.
next.
Well, they did the fat test, and I was 14% was my total body fat, which I laughed because I'm like, okay, now look, I know I still have some structure, some muscular structure underneath all this, but I'm guaranteeing that your fat test is wrong. It's probably closer to like 24%, not 14. He's like, no, it's 14%. Okay, I'll take it. Because that's what I'll tell people. I'm only 14% body
Well, hell,
fat.
at that rate, I'm only 20.
86% bullshit.
Well, I believe that.
Stack it tall, baby. The hell do you think you are? Bro, you don't know what I'm made of.
Yeah, it does. Run out your ears.
Bullshit.
Yeah, it is running out your ears.
Donuts.
I'm made of donuts and bad decisions. I'm living my best life. That's what I'm all about. So, I had a couple of fucking idiots at the bar last night, and this is a cautionary tale brought to you by Quack Daddy Donuts and chicken wings. So, we had a guy last night trying to climb the bar to fucking beat up the smallest bartender we have. In order to, because his fucking order of chicken wings was missing 2. He was missing 2 chicken wings. Okay, he got 6. He's supposed to get 8, and he starts fucking freaking out. So there ends up being this big ass fucking bar brawl because they see him going after her tiny little bartender, and she's freaking out. So of course, all the regulars are like, hell no, bro, you're about to get beat up. So everybody starts brawling. We get this shit all fucking handled. We get it taken care of. And, of course, he's losing his fucking mind and all this other fucking shit. And we're trying to get him to calm down. We get him outside. And we go back and watch the fucking tape. His buddy took 2 chicken wings out of his box.
Oh, wow.
And that's what started it.
And that's what started a fart. Or started a fart.
How much scotch have you had?
Fucking not even a full shot, like a sip. Well, it's like a half a mouthful.
And that's what she said.
Yeah. Shortly.
Taste.
Yeah. So
Hey,
shortly before she swallowed.
Taste.
I have cameras. We can totally just work this out.
Yeah.
I actually kind of lost track of what was happening. So, but fuck it, I'm game. Let's go. It's involving cameras and tea. I'm assuming it's going to be fun.
You're the odd person out.
It's funny because I'm about to be the odd person in.
We can't say odd man out. California will send you to jail.
Yeah, no shit. Oh my god. So can we talk
let's-
about stupidity?
please
Oh
enlighten
no,
me.
the fucking California legislature's just fucking passed a bill to exclude fucking misogynistic language from common items like manhole cover.
That's a maintenance hole.
Yeah, maintenance hole.
Or maintenance access
hatch.
Cover.
I am so tired of this.
Manpower is human power.
Yep. You can't say manpower anymore. So God forbid that the manpower company fucking actually, they're screwed.
What if your name is like Mannheim?
Right.
You now have to be Personheim.
I mean,
Humanheim.
Humanheim.
They call me Humanheim.
They're great. Now you're Nordic.
Yeah, fuck it.
One scrub of a pill. I'm now Viking. I don't know.
This whole
I belong to the Norse pantheon. Apparently,
this right? Fucking Humanheim. This whole fucking obsession that we have with not offending people is probably it's the dumbest fucking shit.
It kind of goes. It still though it goes back to George Carlin, but they changed the name of the several things. You know, of course, you don't want it's no longer it's called the flight deck because you don't want stewardesses or flight attendants walking in and out of the cockpit.
Right. Don't call it the cockpit. Good God. I still like. There's a meme that was running around, and it was Orville and Wilbur Wright, and Orville's like, "All right, the Dick Valley." God, no. The wiener hole. No. Cockpit. Fine.
Stewardess. What did it went from stewardesses to flight attendants?
They're still called stewards and stewardesses.
The lady on the plane.
The lady on the plane.
No, I saw
no,
a woman
the person.
get mad because they were called ladies. Like I saw, I guess a person in my feed got offended because somebody came in the room and addressed them all as ladies. Said, "Okay, ladies, good evening, ladies," and they got super offended by it.
I'm all about listen. If you want to identify as a fucking speedboat, then fine.
Body. I
don't give a shit. I don't care. I genuinely just don't give a shit. I don't care how you want to identify. It's whatever. That's your fucking life. Live it however you want.
So apparently,
but do not push that agenda onto everything. It doesn't need to be on everything.
So they were really offended at Afro Man.
I would assume so.
Because you remember the blind man walking down the road and went past the fish market and he went, "Hello, ladies."
It's the dumbest shit.
45 to the
Hell fucking yes.
You're such a gangster.
Yes, I am totally big fat like
no
jar of mayonnaise.
Yeah.
There, I finished it for you.
The mayo
I am
wrapper.
Vanilla pudding.
The mayo wrapper.
You're a fucking bag of marshmallows and twice as soft.
At least I'm fluffy.
That's right.
He knows way more
Thanks,
gangster
Gabriel.
rap than I do.
That cracks me up in the club. We're not allowed to play certain fucking songs. And
At the club?
At the club, we can't play certain songs because certain songs do kind of bring a specific energy that we're trying to keep at. That energy.
No Onyx.
I'm gonna fuck you up energy.
No playing Onyx.
Right. No Onyx. No fucking.
Jeez.
No mindless self-indulgence.
I love
That's just so sad.
I love
so
MSI.
Oh my God! Could you imagine if somebody heard the word "faggot" in one of their songs? Because that's what the song is. I mean, for fuck's sake, the entire song's about.
I'm torn now. Oh, that's not fair.
I'm sorry.
Because because of the donut conversation, I was gonna play Gluttony. Now I want to play some MSI.
Wow.
But regardless, so we can't play certain fucking songs in the club, which I can understand. You want to keep a specific energy out, which is fine. But on the other hand, when you sit back, some of the songs that he plays, and he does it on purpose. No, he does. He does it on purpose. Our DJ he knows a lot of music, and he runs through one of the songs he played.
I would totally request like Shabba Ranks.
He played "Hit 'Em Up." he played "Hit 'Em Up," and I'm like, it's literally a song about murder and a motherfucker, but okay. And then he turns around right after that, plays fucking Hail Mary.
Oh, wow.
I was like, no.
I'd be over there, like people would be like,
No, the younger
"What
kids.
is this? Like, what is this bullshit? Like this dude playing? Like, because I'd be over
The
there,
younger
like,
kids. Hold on. This is the best part. The younger kids had no fucking idea what those two songs were about. Not a goddamn clue. They were just like, bro, that's good. Like, homie, I hit him up. Like, that's a cool jam. And I'm like, yeah, it was pretty dope.
Like,
and then fucking Hail Mary comes
cool.
on. They're like, what song is this? And I'm like, it's a song. It's a
It's
good
a
one.
song.
It's a good. And then the old school cats are in there. They're like this. They're like, bro, I didn't think you could play this kind of music in here. Kids are like, what kind of music? Don't fucking worry about it.
like my list would be like so different. It'd be like, here, play this. Okay, like you got like Shabba Ranks and all this stuff,
Right.
And then like Eric B and Rakim, and like going back.
Right. Well, speaking of rappers, by the way, did you guys hear about what happened to A$AP Rocky?
No.
He got into a street fight in Sweden.
Oh, he's locked. Okay, yeah. I didn't know
He got
why.
arrested. So there was video footage of him attacking this guy, and of course,
Tell me the Viking, the Mad Viking, like came through and like trashed.
No.
That would be-
He
that
was
hilarious.
walking down this side street, and this the footage shows him hitting this guy, knocking him to the ground, and then getting on top, and then hitting him several more times, and then getting up. And about that time was the police were involved in things like that. Well, of course, they arrested him. They saw the video footage, and everybody lost their fucking minds. Well, he was recording as well. He had his own video, and his fucking security guards had their videos as well. They had their shit going. And so what you actually see was the guys that he quote attacked actually had followed them for several blocks and were yelling obscenities. So they were actually fucking following them, and then they followed them down this side street. And then when confronted, the guys attacked them, and the security guards and A$AP Rocky defended themselves and attacked, and attacked them back.
Well, it's normally what you see when like the video comes out. It's like, okay, the first video is like, oh my god, and then you watch the whole one.
Yeah.
And you're like,
You're
no,
like-
that's not quite as shocking. Sorry, MSNBC. I guess you'll have to fucking give the real news story. Oh, that's... Nope,
Right,
I guess
nope.
we're just going to move right on.
That's right.
But in any case, so this, all this other fucking shit is on and on and on. And but Kanye West was going to get involved because he's friends with A$AP Rocky. And so he was going to get involved and try to like get his bail posted and get him out of jail and sweet, because he's still locked up.
Mm-hmm.
And the security guard and the guys that he attacked are out, but he's still in jail. And so, but instead of Kanye getting involved, I guess he called Donald Trump. And Donald Trump called the Prime Minister of Sweden and had a conversation with him, and they're trying to, and he said, he tweeted this is a tweet from the president. He said that he would personally post his bail to get him out of Sweden, or to get him out of the Swedish jail. And they won't post bail for him because he's, quote, a flight risk.
But you have, that's about as like getting into a fight or whatever in with a weapon,
Right.
defending yourself in like DC.
Yep.
You defend yourself. You're the only one standing. You go to jail. I'm like, okay, well, if I didn't, then that guy would have got away, and I'd be dead.
Right.
But yeah, send me to jail.
Welcome to backwards laws.
Right?
Anyways,
I'm a big fan of being able to defend yourself.
100%.
And if not, burning people's houses down.
Right, that's it.
Like, oh,
Why
you
burn
want
it
to
down?
you want to pick on me because I am defenseless? Or am I?
Oh, you want to pick on me because I'm soft as a bag of marshmallows and I have a bald head? All right.
You say that as I go Hannibal Lecter and like turn your house into
funeral pyre?
my own smoker.
I love the smell of roasting fat guy in the morning.
It smells like chicken.
Fucking strangely smells like bacon. Am I
Stop
eating
it.
people?
Please just stop. I'm so bloody hungry. And
On that note, guess what I cooked last night?
oh god,
People?
why?
I had some sausage and rice,
Yeah.
like Southern style sausage and rice.
Mm-hmm.
That's
and,
code for penis and balls.
and deep fried gator,
Ooh,
Oh.
I love
homemade.
Gator.
Like you go up to the store here, you can get a
So
pound
Gator,
of
in
pound
fact, did not smack a bitch. Okay. Go ahead.
but you can get a pound, 1 pound gator tail over here at the local. And I was like, okay, well, just cut this up and batter it up and a little bit of hot sauce in with the
Oh, that sounds
the
amazing.
buttermilk.
Okay, you can
Yep.
stop now.
The only problem
are
is
you hungry?
I got
I'm just
halfway
eating it,
through
yeah.
cooking because we don't have a deep fryer, so I had to pan fry it. My oil got too hot
Yep.
on the latter part, so it just burnt the outside and really didn't get the gator cooked. But like the beginning stuff was amazing, but then it was like then it just became burnt.
Amazing. That does sound really good. Fucking some gator meat.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, it is Fair Week here in our local vicinity, and the Big Easy is set up. So if you want your gator fix, the Big Easy has gator po' boys and gator on a stick
Ooh.
and some etouffee.
I really just want to carry around a gator, like the
Etouffee.
full fucking
Oh,
gator.
yeah.
I know I can't, but I just would like
Well,
to
the one that you
walk
can
around
cook-
the fair looking like Joe fucking Dirt.
Well, the one that you eat, right? But the one you eat would be like the stick would be the size of I don't know, like that fence post over there.
which is fine.
You'd be walking around like carrying a 6-foot gator.
I don't. That's fine. That's totally fine.
So speaking of gator, apparently they caught the gator in Chicago
Did they?
that was running loose.
Wait, I didn't hear about this story.
There was a gator in Chicago. They had
Just
actually
running amok.
just running amok. They finally caught him, and the city named the gator Chance the Snapper. So it was on the local news that they caught Chance the Snapper.
Totally missed.
Yeah.
They totally missed a Hanna-Barbera reference.
Which is?
Wally.
Oh, Wally.
Wally Gator.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. Like, how many chances does Chicago have to have Wally Gator?
Mm-hmm.
They got to go with Chance the
Snapper.
I guess
the
he
Chance
feels-
the Snapper.
I mean, I'm sure Chance the Rapper was.
Getting a kick out of it if he even paid attention.
Or he was over here going, "Hey, don't I have that trademark? What, like, don't they owe me money now?" Because that would be me. Because I would be like, they could call it Wally, but they're going to use my name. Then they owe me money.
Nobody knows who that is anymore.
What?
Well, that's the whole point. You
Not
bring
e-
back the good.
So many people don't even know who Hanna-Barbera is.
Speaking
right
of bringing
now.
back the goods, you guys saw the Jay and Silent Bob reboot, right?
Yeah.
They kind of look like he phoned it in from the trailer.
But that's the point. That's the entire point of the movie, which is the fucking best part.
Well,
Is that he didn't try. There was no trying.
it was just like a whole bunch of cameos,
Parody of itself.
and
it's fucking perfect.
it's just like, okay, I'll watch it. It's no Clerks 2, but I'll watch it.
One of the few instances of a sequel being superior to the original, in my opinion.
Well, no, I liked Clerks for what Clerks was, and it was because of the banter and it was smart.
it was
comedy.
extraordinarily dialogue driven.
It was smart.
Extraordinarily.
Yes, we know that you can't
We got it.
conjugate
We've
your
got
verbs.
Look, I'm fucking exhausted, okay? Like, run it on a goddamn E at this point.
We'll flip that sideways and make it an M.
I can't. It's too hard.
Run on mayonnaise.
Phrasing. Gangster mayonnaise.
Wow.
Yo, they call me Mayo G. What's up?
Mayo G. That is your new name.
Mayo G. I'm here with Topher, the Mayo G.
That's it. That's the one.
That's fucking perfect, too. And it's
Absolutely.
funnier because it's...
Because I'm a pasty white guy.
yes. Yes. fucking Pillsbury's looking to use you to replace their current mascot.
I tan so I'm not see-through.
You're haunting this studio with your whiteness. Is it break time yet? I feel like it's fucking break
actually,
time.
we have 3 minutes.
It's going to be the longest 3 minutes ever.
All right, let's have a 3 minutes of silence. Let's have 3 minutes of silence for this show because it's fucking out of control. Ow,
but I will
damn
say
it.
this, we have 3 minutes, whatever. When we come back, you want to talk about a truly haunting tale.
Of course we do. This is fucking Sunday Night Man. That's what we do. We talk about dick, food, alcohol.
You're going to get a story about a fat guy dancing.
Dancing,
Lord.
and haunted houses and UFOs.
No,
we talk
like-
about everything on this fucking show.
Fat guy dancing.
Oh, Lord.
Oh boy.
Like
Oh, shit.
literal. Oh, my God.
All right, do we have fluorescents? Because if we do, we need to turn them down.
Like, we'll need to kick these on, and then I kick the overhead off. That gives you ambiance.
That's the good red light. We'd have that red light fat
The
guy dance. Les ambiance. Titty croissant.
Hey,
Man, we are stuck on
Just-
food. Like,
You are stuck on food.
just because
you're
I
killing me,
sneezed
Smalls. I
once
swear.
and a donut fell out from under the boob, leave me alone with the titty croissants.
A titty croissant.
That's what he said. He was like, "Oh, titty croissant."
Hold.
Well,
It only,
croissant.
it only
I didn't
happened
hear-
once, and it only
For the
happened
record.
once.
For the record, I did not hear any of that. All I heard was croissant. That's all I heard.
Of course, me, I heard titty.
So you can tell what's important by what people hear. I want to speak French between your legs. Titty croissant.
I don't know.
Les tuna.
I don't know. The only thing that when you said I'm going to speak French between your legs, I thought you're like you walk in and you go, "I give up." On that note,
We fucking go to break. We got to get the hell out. All right, we'll be right back here on Sunday Night Madness. Don't fucking go anywhere. It gets better, I promise.
don't lie.
Shall we begin?
All right, everybody. Welcome back to the jungle. That's not where we are, honestly. We're in the fucking suburbs of Alexandria, the Geek Public Radio Studios. But it sounded a lot cooler the way I said it. But, yeah, welcome back Sunday Night Madness.
Welcome to the oven, baby.
Welcome to the oven. We burn for all day.
I had somebody posted some memes about like it being hot out. Like one, like Jared was the baby doll that was like caught on fire,
Yeah.
and he's like, "It's that hot outside" or whatever. And so I was just like, hot, fire meme, like it's too hot outside shit. And every single one I could not post.
I've seen a few. The cookies are done. That one, I love that one. That one's funny.
Right, but there's an Al Jolson meme.
I'm not sure who Al Jolson is. Oh, shit. We're getting... Okay.
No, you're going to look at it.
Oh,
and
okay.
I'm not posting it anywhere.
Oh, okay. It's
Never.
that not safe
Yes.
for other people's work. For our work, it's fine, but not for other people's work. No, I've seen quite a few of them. That
It was enough that I sent them to Jeremy and went, "Oh my god," and then deleted them off of my phone.
I'm going to have a really hard time if something ever happens to me. Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh, my God, no. No.
Like I said, I looked at it, I was like, oh my god, I cannot put that anywhere.
No.
Ever.
No.
But I had to show somebody.
Throw yourself off the balcony, Chris.
Well, no, I had to show somebody because I didn't make it. Somebody else did.
He said, I got to show somebody.
Like it was.
And that's how the fight started. So, surprisingly, I haven't heard of any infant deaths.
Right?
Somebody fucking made that.
Somebody put that on the.
No, they put it on the internet. This one,
Yeah, it's on the internet.
This one,
although it's been on the internet. In fairness,
yeah, this one kind of. The next one isn't that bad, but it's still kind of like,
Yeah, I've seen that one.
Wow.
Right? And I'm like,
The guy. What's most disturbing about that image, though, is that there's a guy walking in the background, just completely fucking nonchalant. Like, this is just fucking normal shit. That's the best part about it.
I mean, that Al Jolson one, like,
right? No, I saw that and I was in shock. Right, I was in shock. I was like,
"Who posted it?"
It's the internet. Like it could be probably something that was on 4chan at one point in time.
Yeah, that's where good ideas go to die, and then get resurrected as fucking racist memes.
And literally, like, all I was saying was like hot outside memes type thing, because like Jared posted one, I was going to post another one, like get a little meme more.
So
right.
And those were the two that popped up immediately, and I was like, no. I have to show somebody, like, this is that I can't believe that, like,
wow.
like this is real.
Wow.
Welcome to the internet, where your feelings don't fucking matter. True,
where
though.
the points are made up and your feelings don't matter.
Yep. I haven't heard about any infant deaths in the last couple of days, which I'm really fucking shocked about.
Normally that happens in DC.
It does, actually, which is fucking surprising, but
no. If you've been to DC. I'm
sorry. /S. My bad. I'm so fluent that sometimes it's difficult to tell when I'm being sarcastic. The thing that's always cracked me up about that, with the infant death rate going up with babies being left in cars and shit like that, is the CDC and local law enforcement and all they have said, make sure you put something important in the back seat so you don't fucking forget about the baby. Fucking what?
Important.
Important. Okay. I have an idea. If you can't remember to get your fucking child out of the backseat, like, I understand mistakes can be made, and I get that. I've had I've had two babies, little tiny babies, and I get it when your brain is completely frazzled and they've been screaming for 3 hours and they finally stop, and you have that moment of peace, and all you can think about is, I can hear the birds singing. I'm so happy.
You're right, but normally that's followed by oh shit, it's quiet.
Oh shit, it's quiet, right, which is panic mode. And then you turn around and you're like, all right, the little fucker's still breathing good. he's fine. But I can get being forgetful to a point, but you have a fucking baby. How the fuck do you forget that you have a baby? Yeah. How?
Put the meth down, Karen.
I have this new thing. Like I said, if you forget your baby, maybe go put the baby up for adoption, because clearly you are fucking horrifically irresponsible, and you don't need to have kids. I get being forgetful happens, like maybe like once you walk out, you walk out of the car, and I've done it. I've stepped out of the vehicle, started to walk away out of habit, especially with a newborn. I've started to walk away out of habit, and then immediately went, my fucking baby's in the car. And this is, it's not like it's 1,000,000 degrees outside, but I'm still like, oh shit, my baby's in the fucking car. And I'm like a foot away from my car. I'll literally step away from the door and go, oh, better get my baby. But I don't walk into the store, do my shopping, and then come out and be like, I forgot.
Recently leave the kids in the car with the windows up while you go to DCS for a child services meeting.
No, that did not happen.
Yes, it was.
Yeah,
it did.
No, it really did happen, though. I remember that story, and I was just...
Maybe here in the last week, over in your neck of the woods.
I hate people so much.
Because they're fucking awful.
Yeah, she was kind of methed up.
Yeah. Just, Yeah. Yeah, everybody can stew on that for a second, because that's... Just think about those
as I
neighbors.
look up the Herald Bulletin picture, so I can...
It should be the police, like, doing a selfie with the baby in the car at the DCS building in the background. But, like, you're fucking stupid.
Wow.
You've seen the one where the woman freaks out because they broke the glass and took the baby out of the car, right?
No, but I'm not surprised.
Yeah, she was mad that they fucked up her car.
Wait. Oh, please, God, let me see.
You're like, hey, I know her.
I've had one of the girls that comes into the bar on a regular basis. She got herself arrested.
Oh yeah,
finally. She missed court several times. She got caught with drugs, armed robbery. Several times they gave her little slaps on the wrists, home detentions, probations. Finally, she was on work release. They let her out, put her on work release, so she got arrested, and then she was on work release like immediately. She didn't even see any jail time, other than like the couple of days that she went through processing or whatever. They put her on work release. She ran from fucking work release. They finally fucking caught her, gave her 6. Like, she's facing, I want to say she's facing 20 years right now, because it's just all the charges fucking stacked up on her, and it sucks.
What happened
She's
to
a
3
fucking
strikes?
what's really fucking right. She's from here, so that doesn't, that's not a thing here. But, and I'm kind of glad it isn't, honestly, because there'd be some people that'd be, life in prison for fucking marijuana, which is just stupid.
right? Because Indiana isn't the cool state anymore.
Yeah,
It's
there's just the asshole that's
neighbor.
surrounded by all the cool neighbors.
that are oddly in debt by billions of dollars, and
Right, and Indiana's still not in debt, which is fucking weird to me.
which is like, like Illinois, who you cannot win the Illinois lottery. They give you an IOU. The state is so broke that they can't even do the lottery right. They like, oh, we'll pay you.
Dude, I'd be so mad.
The state of Illinois is your deadbeat roommate.
Right.
Like,
Michigan is.
I don't have it right now, but I can pay you in a couple weeks when I get my paycheck.
Here's some fucking cheese checks.
I don't know, like the way I grew up though.
Wow, I'm sorry.
You just read all that.
Oh my God.
Let's see this. I want to.
So
we're gonna read this out loud, honestly.
I don't know. We don't have a news service with the Herald Bulletin, so we can't.
Oh no, I'm not gonna read it. I'm not gonna verbatim quote this shit.
Okay.
They fuck right off. They're not getting all the credit, and I wouldn't even said who it was. So the Gerald Hulleton.
The Geritol.
The Geritol.
Chronicles, the Geritol Chronicles.
That totally sounds like a porn for elderly people.
The Geritol Chronicles. Starring Kevin Smith.
The retirement home porn. The Geritol Chronicles.
The Geritol Chronicles. Starring Kevin Smith, Ron Jeremy, Alan Rickman's ghost. All right, so
Ron Jeremy comes to fix the cable at some old lady's house.
Wow.
I don't understand why my cable's not working.
Oh wait,
I've got some cable for you.
and Donnie
What?
Berger
I've got some cable for you.
is starring
What?
starring Donnie Berger,
I'm able
the legend
with the cable.
Donnie Berger.
I'm able with the cable.
Well,
All right.
you know what happens? He fixes the cable.
Right. That's
He's
what
able to turn
that's
you
what turns women on
on.
more than anything. I still, like I said, I've talked about this previously. The guy who went on a Pornhub and said, I take you home after a drunken evening, I tuck you in and give you well wishes and then Uber home. That's like, he's got all of these like 3-minute videos where he doesn't do anything sexual, but his Pornhub channel is literally just him doing nice things. Like, I do the dishes and fold the laundry. He's got like a fuckload of views on it, and it's hysterical. Okay, so according to the Gerald Chronicles, a small child allegedly was inside of a vehicle. A community of all places, weird. At the property. for 2 hours while the mother was interviewed by DCS and a social worker. Oh my God, it's not funny.
I think like the first thing you would say is like, "So where are your kids?"
Right.
Like you're,
like that's
if you're having an interview, if you're actually talking to DCS,
Well,
like, so what did you do with your kids? Like,
well, she took one inside, the one that they were concerned about, because she had a baby days before. So she took that infant inside with her for the interview, because the interview had to do with that baby, because she signed him out of the hospital against the doctor's recommendations.
Right. But my first question would be like, so you have like 37 kids,
right,
by 14 different people, and you're not trying to start your own sports team. So we need to discuss this.
So the child was found inside the vehicle with all the windows rolled up, and this is my favorite part. The fucking car was unlocked.
Yeah.
It's bad enough that you left the child in the fucking car, okay? But you didn't have the goddamn common decency to lock the child in the car.
Well, then actually she said,
he didn't get out.
The child could get out and do whatever. Like,
he
wasn't stuck in there.
Extremely wet from sweating inside the vehicle, as temperatures hovered around 86 degrees. Benifer, the letter K, for fuck's sake, whatever. She's from Milroy. That's a fucking winning city or town, village, whatever the fuck that place is. Was charged with a level 6 felony, neglect of a dependent, endangering the dependent, which, by the way, for those of you who don't understand what that means, that's the lowest level of felony that you can fucking get. OST gave birth to a baby boy Friday, so this was days before, like T said, at a Decatur County Memorial Hospital. Left the hospital against medical advice. Chief Justice James Robertson filed a complaint with the Community Hospital Police Department. Interview, blah, 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 blah. Parked the car, went inside. At the hottest part of the fucking day, at 2:40. And then 4:30, the hospital's police department received a call about a small child in the lot. An officer found the child climbing back and forth in the vehicle as he watched a movie on a cell phone. So she fucking knowingly did this. This wasn't I forgot my child.
Yeah,
this
here,
is
sit here and watch Zach and Miri make a porno, and then I will be...
her response for leaving him in the vehicle was he didn't want to go. I don't know about you guys.
Oh, he's big enough to take care of himself.
My children, when they did not have a say.
Yeah, you don't get a decision. If I had to
go somewhere, you're were
going
to.
I don't want to go. Okay, I'll go.
Right. Child was examined by the doctor because of the heavy sweating. Does not say anything about the condition of the child, so I'm just going to imagine the child is fine. Both children were then taken into the care of the DCS, and the small child was taken by the Madison County DCS. And then the infant was taken by the Decatur County DCS. She has to fight two fucking separate DCS. Good luck, bitch. You're so fucked. Fighting one of them is hard enough, but now you got two of them with their own separate investigative departments. You are so
She might as well just like sign rights away right now. Just give it up.
Hey, we want a baby.
You
Bring
do?
it over here.
Crocodile? What?
All right.
Huh? No, not a baby crocodile.
Oh.
I want a baby crocodile. All right, yeah, so that's that.
I'll give you a baby crocodile, but it you end up being a caiman.
That's fine. I don't even care. I want a baby crocodile, and I also want a baby ocelot that I can raise as my own.
Oh, it's an ocelot.
I want an ocelot. Holy shit, it's an ocelot!
Speaking of ocelots, have you been keeping up with Archer?
No.
The new season?
I haven't seen the new season, and I haven't seen the previous season.
There is space ocelots in the new season. They're amazing.
Fucking course there are.
The new season.
Why the fuck wouldn't there be?
The new season, Archer 1999.
It's Archer 99, right? Yeah.
Is like everything you want out of a sci-fi. Like every episode is like a perfect sci-fi story.
All right, I will say I'm already hooked on it anyway. I love the fucking show, so I'll be watching it. I need to
made me
finish.
happy.
I need to finish season 8, which is the dream one, the dream Archer Dream or whatever it was.
Yeah, they're all that way.
Archer Ellen.
That's after he.
Well,
no, I'm talking about like to get to that point, you'd have to see the end of the detective
season.
agency thing.
That's it, the detective one. Yeah. Detective
so you
Archer.
got Dream.
Whatever. I get it.
Yeah,
I know where you're at.
It's like the whole noir.
Yeah, the
detective
L.A.
thing.
North kind of thing. But
Yeah.
Which in
Are
this
you
case
not
would
a
be
fan?
New York Noir.
Huh?
So are you not a fan?
I have not watched it.
Have you not watched any Archer at all?
Never.
You should
I
watch.
mean, I've seen memes.
You should
and
watch.
whatnot, and I
You
feel like
of
a
all
failure.
fucking people,
I
T
know.
would get a goddamn kick out of that fucking show.
I heard that I would really, really like it.
It's yeah. I'm
My
telling
problem
you.
is if I watch, like if I drink when I watch it, then like weird things happen.
All right, fuck.
Like,
There's a story behind that. You
well,
can't.
no, like you'd be like, well,
you can't just say
like
that. Not give an
Cheryl
example.
Carroll, whatever. Like, oh, she's kind of hot. Like, and then like Pam on coke.
That coked up Pam, which by the way,
And I was like, okay, that's
watch that season. Okay, nobody fucked Pam when she was coked up and beautiful.
Archer talked about it
Talked about it, but he didn't.
when the whole Smokey and the Bandit thing.
Yeah, but they never did anything.
I think that happened off screen because she's like, well, you want to have sex, whatever, and he's like, of course, but yada yada yada, and she's like, yay, and then it cut to like hours later.
I will double check that episode because I just watched it, but I don't. I think it was implied, but he didn't agree to it. He was being sarcastic.
Well, no, it's Archer.
All right.
Remember that was the
whore.
best thing that he'd ever done. Remember, and he was.
Yeah, she was the best lay ever.
Yeah, and
Yes.
he was like disgusted by it, but he kept going back.
Yes.
he smuggled her into space just to have sex with her in space.
Hold on, don't ruin it for T, because T needs to watch all of these, and these are all fucking perfect. You'll understand, by the way. And by the way, I'm not going to ruin anything when I tell you this. Pam is basically the only one that they've all fucking slept with.
Well, Carol.
Carol slept with her. No.
Everybody slept with her too.
Mallory hasn't. Mallory did not.
Okay.
Now, Mallory has slept with fucking Pam, though. That happened.
Right, and then they said something about, like, I didn't know you were a girl, and then somebody said, like, Carol looked at her and went, didn't you sleep with her? And she's like, yeah.
What's your point?
All worried, like, yeah, wait a minute.
Yeah. But yeah, so it's fucking wonderful.
It is awesome.
It's
Like I said,
perfectly
Space
acceptable.
1999 is
I'll catch it. I've got the
is
FX, the plus whatever thing, so I'll watch it.
and I can do magic and let you have all sorts of fun stuff on that.
All right, sounds good. I will stay tuned for the magic. We got one more break.
Yeah, let's go ahead and go to it.
Okay. While we were on break, we toned it down a little bit for this past segment here, but
I didn't even get to talk about my fat.
I know
guy
we're going to
dancing.
talk about the fat guy dance when we come back from the next break. Okay, we did say after the break. We didn't say it would be immediately after the break. So
Okay.
after this break, but before the end of the show, we will talk about the fat guy dancing. While we are on break, visit patreon.com/GP Network in order to become a monetary contributor to the show. We do have a lot of fun on here. We love bringing you new content and having conversations about these things and just being overall as entertaining as we possibly can be. But in order to do that, to stay on the air, we do unfortunately have to rely on those monetary contributions. So that is why we harp on you guys, and that's why we give you guys shit, and that's why we tell you, go to our Patreon page and help us out. That's what we need. $2, $5, and $10. We refer to them thusly. $2, which gets you the access to the in-studio camera, is just buy us a beer. You like what we had to say? Buy us a beer. I'm enjoying a Rolling Rock right now. It's pretty fucking good. And then there's the $5 level, which is buy us a shot. And there's the Johnny Walker Red Label right here that we are enjoying. So thank you guys for that. We do have a couple Patreon subscribers that were able to get that for us. Instead of spending money on things like new microphones and studio space, we're buying alcohol, but whatever. Or both.
Or bills.
Or bills, it's fine. And then, of course, $10 is White Girl Wasted! And that's when we get completely fucking hammered on air. But nobody, as of yet, has contributed the $10 level. But I promise, the first one of you that does will get exclusive. I'm putting this on there. The first $10 Patreon subscriber that we get will get exclusive footage of T, Topher, and myself getting absolutely fucking shit-faced in studio. You will be the only one with access to that footage. So, if you want to see something really fucking hilarious, definitely jump on to the patreon.com/GP network and do that $10 level, and you'll get to see us acting absolutely fucking like asinine animals. It'll be hysterical.
And if you are the second to subscribe to our $10 level, that will get us an Uber home. So we really appreciate your contribution.
For fuck's sake. All right, folks. We will be right back here on Sunday Night Madness. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with our last segment here in just a few minutes.
Shall we begin?
All right, everybody. We are back here on Sunday Night Madness. No. I just got a hold of Misty, and I told her we were talking about her ass.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then now she's all sad-faced, and I'm like, well, bitch, stop working. I don't know what to tell you. So, all right, Chris, tell us your story. Come on.
I don't know. Like, she beat me to it.
Oh, she's stripping? Hell yeah. Oh, yeah.
Anyways, that's
the system is
that was
down.
good.
The system is down.
That was good. That was good. That's a good contribution.
Is down. The system is down. Strong bag techno. I mean, come on.
Come on. Let's talk about some titties.
I want to hear the story. Come on, let's go, Chris. We're waiting on your ass.
All right, so let me preface this story. When I was young, I'm talking about 18 years old, 19 years old.
Okay.
Right before I ended up with the pacemaker, but before, like coming out of the military.
Yeah.
There are certain things I did to make money. That involved my washboard abs at the time.
We call that the oldest occupation in the world.
And my wife gets a kick out of that.
The oldest occupation in the world?
Well, no, that when she found that out, that I, that was something that I did, like, she was like, oh.
I need photos.
Was she fucking full on Yodas?
Yeah, ears and everything.
Strip you did.
Do it now. But, so, today, the heat finally broke me. I knew I had to go outside, so I shaved my head again. Got rid of all the small hairs.
And we like it.
Ever since the military, I cannot have anything that touches my ears. Like, just shave my head.
Let's see, I'm the exact opposite. I really don't give a fuck.
No, like...
I got out of the Army and I rebelled.
Well, like, it wasn't because when I went in, it was the quintessential football player of the mid-'90s, where it was, like, all shaved underneath, but, like, the top was really long, and then I pulled it back to a ponytail.
Yeah, mullet.
Well, no, because the back was short, too. The back was shaved, too.
Oh, okay.
So it was just literally the top.
So kind of faux hawk.
Yeah, so I'd pull it back into a ponytail and put my helmet on. That's how I had it. And, like, going in, it was like longish hair. It wasn't like...
Wait,
really,
so you had the original man bun?
No, it was a ponytail, not a little...
It was a man bun.
Not a nub. It wasn't a nub. It wasn't a nub.
It's fine. You had a man bun.
I didn't rock that.
Move on with the story. You had a man bun. It's fine.
But, so I was in there, I shaved my head, and I shaved my beard down to the goatee.
Yeah.
But as I did it, I realized, like, oh, look, ham hocks. So I come out and was like, what do you think of the hocks?
Right.
And
explain to the people what those are.
Like sideburns that go down mid jaw.
Okay.
Like big, bushy half beards.
Mm-hmm.
And
the Elvis.
I of course, I sent a picture to these guys after my wife was like, no.
The missus said no.
Chief's like, heck yeah, you need a monocle. And I was like, see, I could have totally I could have totally pulled a what did I say?
Do not pass go. Do not collect $200.
Mr. Monopoly.
I could have totally done him like William Harding.
You could have done a William Hart, or you could have done a Teddy Roosevelt, because Teddy had a monocle. Nobody really remembers
Buchanan.
that. But Teddy had a monocle.
Rocky the Buchanan with the big poofy.
Oh yeah,
because I had it wasn't.
Can we bring back dueling? By the way,
it wasn't the long beard; it was the bushy beard. So when I shaved the thing, it was big bushy. She said no, so I shaved it all off and got everything cleaned up and whatnot. And before, so she's sitting at the computer playing. All of a sudden, she hears Right Said Fred start playing.
I'm too sexy for my shirt.
And I'm dressed, ready to come here. And for those of you who can't see, I am wearing a, what would you call this?
See-through blouse.
No, that makes it even creepier, especially if it's plastic. But no, it's
with pasties.
A mechanic shirt.
Yeah, yes, it is a mechanic shirt.
So like she just stops and she goes, "What the?" and turns around as I'm coming out of the thing and
too sexy for my shirt.
And I'm just slowly just buttoning down the
so sexy it hurts.
And I'm doing the
dance on the catwalk.
No, and I'm doing like as he stops and does the whole thing. Like,
so if you were joined to
so you're throwing your hands up like you just don't care,
right?
And waving your titties around in the air.
I took it off and threw it at her. And
did your party tit come out?
He was like, Mayo G is in the business.
But so she's over here throwing dollars at me, and middle of a game, and those who know my wife, she will play.
Mayo G, make that bread.
Yes.
But
God.
She will you could say, "Hey, I just died over here. I'm laying here bleeding. I'm not to a save point yet. I'll be there in a minute. I'm not to a save point." She literally spun around. Her character died. And I'm over dancing and she's just
chucking dollars at him.
"Oh, baby." And then of course it got to the part where I would normally have grabbed the pants and pulled over the breakaways. Of course these aren't breakaways.
Right, because those went out in the 90s, thank God.
Well, unless
that's a lie. They really didn't.
Unless you had a male review, and then they still. That's where all of them go now.
Yeah.
Well.
No, seriously.
I say
go to Goodwill and try to find some breakaways. You can't. They're gone. The minute they hit the shelf, they're gone.
Wow.
So I go like this, and she's like, "Well, don't leave me hanging."
Well, I say we introduce the $100 level.
Well, the problem is she keeps saying
which is the marshmallow review.
She's like, "Well, I want to." It's no. If you want to know what I did when I was stupid,
I wouldn't call it stupid. You made money.
Well, I made gas money.
Oh, you didn't get enough. You didn't get around enough old ladies.
God, I need photos.
But it was if you Google the brown bear thing.
Yes.
Where
I don't need to Google it. I know what it is.
I forgot. I'm dealing with a queen of suitors.
Yes, sir.
Basically, it was a lot of guys with towels.
I mean, that's one way to describe it.
Literally, that's it. And a ring.
Yep.
Okay.
And that was the general description of what. And she was like, "Would you?" And start asking. I'm like, "No, you don't want to know."
Just no.
No.
By the way,
I was young, dumb, and needed money.
Well, you weren't full of cum after that. No, I did. I briefly. I did dancing, exotic dancing, And my favorite customers were the old women.
No, they were awesome.
They are, because they have zero give a shit. They know they're
And
about
money.
to right, and they have money. They know they're about to die, and so they don't care if they get kicked out of the club. They don't give a shit if security walks over and tells them to stop. They don't care. There's no give a fuck. I've been groped and fondled by more old women in my life than by standard women, which, if anybody knows me,
Standard
women. Like, by standard women, I mean like women of my
Susan.
age range of the time. So
like Susans.
like Susans and Karens and Kims and Jennifers and whatevers. And that's Jeffeners and Steves and Rays. And
I worked as a waitress in a strip club for about 30 days.
quote, waitress.
I had to say that first.
So you served customers in a strip club is what you're saying.
I served them watered down lemonades and soda pops. That's what I served. And I said, "Oh, this might be really good money."
Lemonade is code,
You know,
by the way, just for everybody.
You charge
Well, no,
$10 for
that
lemonade.
totally that lemonade totally means it's a an all nude establishment.
It does.
Yeah, it was pink lemonade. Yeah.
Which, because you can't have alcohol where you show.
Oh no,
Other
you
bits.
can, and it's a BYOB though.
No, that is true.
Yep. So you can
There's
have
one place that's a BYOB in fully nude in Louisville.
Yep. There's one that's fully nude in Louisville. There's a fully nude in.
Don't ask me how I know.
There's a fully nude. There's a couple of fully nudes in Nashville that are BYOBs. There's one's called the Diamond, and that's where I saw Bridget the Midget. I was getting hammered and watching a full nude Bridget the Midget dance on stage and do comedy, and it was the funniest fucking shit I've ever seen in my life because that bitch is awesome, and that's where my love of midget porn came from. Because she was hysterical.
Finding out way more than I need to.
Make her like Space Bears.
I sure as fuck do, baby.
Oh dear.
Some Ewok porn, baby. And just like that, I'm in a Star Wars themed midget porn.
Hey, go you hand Solo.
I fucking hate all of you so much.
Your porn name, hand Solo.
Where are you going, Solo? I need a hand.
Princess Leia.
Princess Leia. Han Solo.
Leia. Princess Leia.
Luke Skywalker. Dubroca.
Oh, man. What is happening?
Fucking shit. This show devolved like it always does.
Just devolved. Always
Right,
at the
but
end.
it just devolved after I was talking about stripping for my
Well,
fat
that
guy
was,
stripping.
I mean,
you know.
I mean, we really should add it to the Patreon. I can bring in some dollar bills, y'all.
She straight up was like, "Why did you choose Right Said Fred? Did you dance to that?" I was like, "No." Okay, there was that once, but no.
I'm not lying. I need photos. Like I can't. I just
Current or previous?
Thank Christ, this was
previous.
before.
I need to know.
This was before smartphone. Like this all happened in an age range which I'm not going to disclose. But thank Christ that this happened before the age of the cell phone, and so the likelihood of any pictures emerging from this period of time in my life is slim to nothing. I don't doubt that there's some fucking crotchety old bitch who refuses to die and leave anybody her goddamn money.
Or
probably
pictures.
has a Polaroid or two. Or pictures.
No, I know there's Polaroids or two.
You know, so there's probably a
there's
dozen
an entire
Polaroids or so.
website that I got yelled at.
What's the name of that website, Chris?
Well, she's not in business anymore.
Okay.
It was remember the Faithful Designs over in
Yeah.
there was stuff things and whatnot.
She discovered it?
No, a buddy of mine who works with some of the people who are here at the studio. He used to work with them, literally pulled me out of a crowd. Like, come here, fuck you. And I was like, what? And he goes, I recognize that tattoo.
Wow.
I had a small heart attack.
I'm sorry.
A few years ago.
I needed the money. It was $700 for a thing. But
that was that you get a party. That was money. That was just guaranteed fucking money. Anywhere from $500 to $1,000 for a party. And it was usually dependent upon how many people were in the place. So if it was like a bachelorette party and there were 5 of them, so it'd be about $500. But if there were 10 of them, it's $1,000.
We totally need to do a full Monty.
So you know how much I love my birthday, right?
Yes.
So we're going to do a full Monty.
Yeah, I mean, you can. I mean, that's,
you want us to do the all-male review, don't you?
Yeah, no, like the movie. I'm talking about like the bunch of old heavy set guys get together with the. We can even do the routine with the choreography.
You're
with the
film
boxes.
guy. Just you can make it happen. I'm sure someone will buy into it. But
no, I'm talking about for your birthday. It was
that's not what I'm getting.
That's
not what I'm getting at. So one birthday, my kids. I was already divorced, probably a couple of years, and my kids were away in Venezuela with the dad, and then. I was like, it's my birthday. Treat yourself. So I called a friend. I was like, hey, I think I want a stripper for my birthday. He's like, okay. I'm like, well, word on the street is you know where to find him. So
he shows up.
No, he makes he very well could have, and I would have been just as happy. But he called around, got me a stripper. I'm like, I can't do this by myself. So I went around and I knocked on all the ladies' doors in the neighborhood. It's my birthday. You should come to my house. Bring some singles.
No.
They're like, what? Bring some singles. Come to my house. 9 o'clock. Everybody get there. I whip up some hors d'oeuvres or whatnot. Everybody gets there. Nobody knows what's going on.
Some frothy hors d'oeuvres. She's got the smorgasbord.
10 o'clock on the dot.
Knock
on the door.
Knock.
Woo! In walks this 6'5", just muscle bound.
That's why I had to stop. By the way, I was just not tall enough.
I was like, what?
Yeah,
and my friends are like, what's going on? Now, was he
dressed like a cop and like saying you're too loud?
He was dressed to the nines. So
in a suit. Was he in a suit?
Yeah,
because I did the suit.
I
always had the suit on.
He had the long.
I didn't do costumes. I just showed up in the suit.
Very tailored, and all the women are like, "What's going on?" I was like, "You can get dressed and do whatever you need. Here's the door. Just go right in there." And so I had taken at this point. I was making bank at this point, but I had taken like $1,000 out, and I just walked around and I handed everybody a stash of ones because it was last minute, so I handed everybody ones. Just handed everyone. Like, no, you're kidding. When I say I knocked on everybody, so there were old women. One lady brought her mother.
I hope you don't mind, but I brought my daughter.
My honey little best friend.
She's 6.
But I knew everybody of age and whatnot. And we're all sitting in my living room and we're waiting. And then music starts. I got lights for ambiance. I've got it all. Do you hear me? He comes out and just rocks these women's worlds. And I'm sitting, and I was getting more entertainment out of watching my friends react than
lose their fucking. After about 10 minutes and a couple of drinks, they lose their fucking mind.
They were losing their minds, and it was hilarious. And so I was watching them and I'm dying, like I'm cracking up. Next thing I know, like my feet are coming up off the ground, and I was like, "What's going on? What's going on?" And I look, and he like lifts me up over his shoulders, like drops me down, like face forward to the crotch, and I'm just like, "Oh yeah, let's do this." Like he walked around. I shit you not. He walks around. He's making his rounds to all of the ladies, but he at this point. He's now like stark naked. He is naked, and just there's no wind, but it sure looked like there was wind. So he's walking by, and just one by one, he's going up to each of the
ladies. Can we get a fluffer for Ricky over here? The guy looks like he's got a fucking windsock thing going on.
He walks over to my best friend. And he walks up to her. And he walks up behind her, and like he kind of like rubs her shoulders. And next thing you know, he sits his junk on her shoulder. And all I see she looks up at him, and she tilts her head, and she leans, and she lays her head on it, and she just starts rubbing her head on it, and I was dying. She just starts rubbing her head. So he's making his rounds, and he gets to my friend's mother, and when I say, this woman was like 70, maybe, about 70. She was the freakiest of them all.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, she put
She
her
was probably
hands
back giving Charlie Chaplin hand jobs in the day, bro.
everywhere that she could put her hands. Oh my God, it was such a good time. It was just hilarious. It was worth every penny. It was worth it. Yeah,
That's what he said.
he made a lot of money that night.
Oh, so I fucking bet he did.
Oh yeah.
See, that's the thing. You have a baseline usually. Like, you get paid that amount of money, and then you tipped on top of that. So it was fucking damn good money, but it's a dangerous fucking business, not because the Rimland are gonna murder you. There's just a lot of seedy underculture that occurs within that community, and
Yes.
it's
It
quite
always
terrible.
has. Like I said, when I was doing this stuff, it was like 98, 99. It wasn't even 2000s yet. I know you were still like a seaman or something.
No, I was just getting into high school in '98, so.
Whatever.
We have our 25-year-old T. Hernandez over here. She's the beautiful, lovely,
Okay.
sexy,
All right.
delicious.
That's enough. Isn't it time to end this shit?
No?
Maybe.
We're going to talk about UFOs at some point.
Oh God! What? No, did you really just throw it up like whatever?
Yeah, yeah.
No, I mean the only thing like I've been watching.
Now her brain is stuck on strippers.
On stripper dick.
No, it's not. Anyway,
It's an unidentified fucking object.
it really was. It really was. It was a sight. Anyways,
I identify better with my mouth.
so, yeah, nah, not this one. Anyway,
Look at the water.
so I was watching UFO shows all week long.
Try the water, Dave. It's really real.
So you're watching UFOs. Go.
Yeah, I was watching a UFO show this week, and it was one that I'd never seen before, and it was a fairly new show. But they started the show with the Betty and Barney Hill story, and that's like one of the first documented cases of alien abduction. And the whole show was about abductions. And there were a couple of guys that I'd never heard their story before, but it happened in 1972, and it was to a Charles Hickson and a Calvin Parker, and they had finished with work. The younger guy was, I believe he was 21, in between 19 and 21, and the other guy was pretty much old enough to be his dad or his grandpa at that time. And they, after work, they went to chill, and so they went to go fish, and it's nighttime. It's about 9 to 10 o'clock at night, and so they're sitting on the dock, and they said, like, all of a sudden there was huge ball of light, and it was just really bright. So they turned around, and they see like this blue sphere right behind them. So they get up, and they're like, what the fuck's going on? So they stand up, and they see like the door opens, and they said it was like a robotic, like an AI type of an alien, but it was just really freaky looking. It looked like something from War of the Worlds, really drawings from back then. And
Like Geiger drawings?
yeah, and they had like
Is it Giger or Geiger, Chris?
is it
Geiger.
Is it
I thought
Geiger?
was
Okay.
H.R. Geiger.
HR, yeah.
Yeah, it was just like that. So took them aboard, levitated them first, took them on board, did some experiments to them. I mean, and they were like fighting for their lives, but they gave him they did something to him that paralyzed them. But the younger guy, he was.
Did they lay their dick on their shoulder?
No. But I think the younger guy seemed to be a lot more traumatized because he was awake while they were doing these experiments, and it was in a short amount of time from what it seemed. But these particular, I guess, robots, they hold him down, doing whatever, and then what they call like the gray type alien came in
Right.
to perform these surgical procedures on him and just checked him out, and then stuck. This is another reason why that video you were showing me was funny. Stuck its finger in his mouth and tried to come through his nasal cavity.
Nice.
And he started bleeding like immediately. He said, the blood was just pouring and he felt himself choking and whatnot. Next thing you know, they were leading him back out onto the dock. So these guys freaked out so very badly, and they were like, we have to tell somebody about this. So they went straight to the police station. So they go to the police station. This is 1972. They go to the police
wrong
station.
source to.
They're telling them what's going on. The cops were like, yeah. So what's going on? What happened? And they explain everything.
How much have you had to drink?
Exactly. They did that whole bit on him.
Where are the Quaaludes?
Did he touch you in an impure manner?
But this guy, he had blood.
Shouldn't be fucking with them strippers.
He had blood all over his face from the alien doing whatever he said the alien did to him. He had blood all over his face, all over his, going down the front of his shirt. And so the cops stepped out of the room for a little bit, and they're like, yeah, let's leave him alone. Well, one of the cops had secretly taped the tape recorder to the bottom of the table, and they determined, they were like, wait a minute, they believe what they said. Something really did happen to them. But that's a story that I've never seen. That's a story I've never heard.
Well, when you first said something about alien abduction stories in the 70s, I went to Travis Walton.
Yeah.
Oh, Fire in the Sky. That was a fucking great movie, by the way.
It's good. I have
One of my
favorite.
That's one of my favorite alien abduction movies, Fire in the Sky.
I have such a problem with that movie, though.
Why?
Anything that's like based on a true story, I always have a problem with.
Well, it's based on a true story. Like, I mean, like I read a script that's based on a true story, but it can, like, I got the idea. Like, I have the idea from a true story, but it's not what happened.
Right.
But because it's based on a true story.
Right. And I have a huge. That's like that movie. It has nothing to do with aliens, but with George Clooney, it was like Perfect Storm or something. Where they're out on the boat and the boat gets lost.
Yes,
Perfect Storm.
Yeah. No, that wasn't George Clooney.
George Clooney was in that.
Tom Hanks was in Perfect Storm, wasn't he?
No, Perfect Storm was Clooney as the fish boat captain.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'm sorry.
I
was thinking of the Somali Pirates one with Tom Hanks. That was whatever.
Like,
Captain Tully.
Yeah, that was it.
Like, they sailed away, and then you made up the rest of the story. Like, and I had such a problem with it, but it was like that. But I
always have like a Perfect Storm and Storm of the Century like mixed up in my head.
Same. I just had Storm of the Century literally in my head as well.
But that's with Linoge.
That's probably why
Stephen King story.
Yeah.
About like that made me want to two things that were entirely contradictory. It made me want to live on an island and not live on an island at the same time.
So did you guys read about the guy in Texas that was arrested by the police after they finally fucking found out that he was abducting people, posing as an alien and performing fucking experiments on them?
You're kidding.
Nope.
How X-Files of him.
What he was doing was he was kidnapping people, literally kidnapping them, drugging them to the nines, and then he would put on an alien costume. So he had on the alien mask, so what they would see is the gray. And then he would perform sexual experiments on them.
And like meep noises.
And he would cut them open and all kinds of shit. Like, he tore them the fuck up.
Oh, my God.
They caught him and found out it was over 50 people that he did this to. And when they would, but what would happen with the drugs were causing the hallucination. Like, he'd get them on acid and LSD, or he would get them on LSD and different types of fucking hallucinogenic drugs, mushrooms. He would dope them up with marijuana, and then he would fucking like stuff their system full of cocaine and shit. So they would constantly be their brain would constantly be in a state of flux. So what they would see, they would in and out of consciousness, and all they would remember is this alien fucking figure standing over them, strapping them down to a table, shoving shit in their mouth, and he actually fucking had, this is the kicker, he had an entire room in his basement set up like a fucking alien surgical room, complete with it was a sci-fi setup. He had this special effects shit. And he had this whole thing set up. So he would let some of them, quote, escape they would run through these corridors and shit of his basement, thinking that they were in a fucking spaceship, so it made it more real to them. And then he's obviously knows exactly where they are because they're drugged up. They're stumbling through thinking that they're running 100 miles an hour down a hallway.
Oh my
Meanwhile,
God.
he's just
It's like 4
strolling
steps.
up. Yeah. Meanwhile, he's just standing there going, kicking their feet while they're laying on the ground, And so then he'd pick them up and he'd manhandle them, strap them back down, do more sexual experiments. Like,
And then drop them off somewhere?
Yep, and then
Wow.
dope them up again, and then drop them off in the middle of the fucking field. And then, of course, people wouldn't say anything. There were some people that did say things, but it caused this happened from 1960. Apparently, this has happened from 1960 all the way to today. So, and then he's just gotten progressively better at it. At what he like getting it more realistic.
That
and
is
all the
that
other
is
fucking shit.
just
Yep. Mind fucking boggling, isn't it? So he's confessed at this point to 50, like somewhere in the 50, like 51, 50, something like that. But it's believed to be more than 150 people that this happened to.
Wouldn't that be weird if like half of the experiencers
Yeah.
are from Texas?
Well, no.
Right.
Here's what's killer.
That too.
Here's what's killer.
Or
If that
actually-
could be done, to a human, which of course it can.
Like I
How
said,
many of these? I'm a
like,
skeptic when it comes to this.
right,
I
right.
believe in aliens. I do. So when I say that I'm a skeptic, you please understand that I'm not
It's
skeptical
probing
about
time.
intelligent life or about intelligent life outside of our own.
Well,
I'm
there's
skeptical
not
of
a lot
of
here.
these fucking wackadoos that come
Yeah,
up with these
yeah.
fucking cockamamie stories and try to pass them off as truth.
Right.
And it bothers me because I'm like, you guys are literally ruining the scientific approach to this.
Mm-hmm.
Now, mind you, most scientists are so fucking arrogant.
touched by an anal.
We've already talked about strippers, Chris. Can we move on? So the scientific approach to this, most of our scientists are too arrogant to admit that there are individuals that are smarter than them out in the fucking universe, and that's why a lot of them don't believe in
Well,
intelligent
no,
life,
a lot of them believe. They just don't believe they've been here yet.
which is fine and fair too. But
Yeah,
what?
Because the energy output that would have to be would be the size of a star. So you would have to cannibalize a star to get here.
Which
But
they would have
there's
no fucking clue.
so
But we
many
also
more
don't
years.
know if there's. We think we understand physics, and we don't.
We don't. They keep coming
Well,
up with
We
more
have
stuff.
a rudimentary understanding of physics. We
Yeah,
do.
but math is math. Math is the universal language.
Math is, in fact, the universal language, but when you look at the universal language and see its compact and compound theory, when it's applied to everything, even some math doesn't fucking make sense.
Well, then when you
But
So-
you just
talk
haven't
about
got the math right yet.
Correct. It's
No, I'm
fine.
talking about
math
in
is
that-
proof.
in
And
that-
no, I understand. I understand about mathematics. I do. And you have proofs and things like that. But what I'm getting at is these people fucking ruin it for everybody else.
Yeah.
And there are individuals I genuinely do believe that may have in fact have had encounters with aliens, and they
We had one on the Metal and Madness.
that might have had it. And,
That's
genuine
where I
encounter,
learned
but-
that experiencer was the proper nomenclature.
Yes. Oh, is that what they're okay? So they're called experiences. Okay.
experience and stuff. Okay.
Okay,
'Cause
that's fair.
We have to,
But
we have
this-
to use
this-
the proper terminology.
This
Mhm.
notion that
I
this
like
could happen
proper
is
nomenclature.
I genuinely now wonder how many of these experiencers were not government kidnappings.
Right.
Which leads me to my final point of the evening. And I'm going to call this little part right here Dance Puppet Dance.
Okay.
That's right. That's right. No. That's what led to this name. It's called Dance Puppet Dance. So, human beings are capable of doing some pretty fucking heinous things to each other.
Mm-hmm.
Go all throughout fucking history, and you'll never find a peaceful culture. You never will.
Never.
It's never happened. Almost every, actually, I'll go out right now. Every culture in existence from the very beginning to the very modern exists because of some form of violence. I promise. Nothing was ever established just on its own as it came to being. The way that their culture is currently situated was built on some form of violence. Whether it was done in defense or offense, it was built on violence. We are horrible to each other, right?
Yep.
Take, for example, that guy in Texas. That is a fucking horrific thing that he did to those people. And those people have gone on to spread that fucking message, and it has influenced others, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Would you take a second and think that your own government would do that to you? I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but would you put it past them?
Talking about agenda now, and
Hold on.
Woo.
Like, hold that thought.
Okay.
Hold that thought. Hold. But would you put it past your government to do that to you?
Absolutely not.
I wouldn't either.
They've done so much others.
Correct. They've done so many other fucking crazy shits to people. Like, there's all kinds of shit that they've done, right? So, people hate Trump, which is fine. I'm not a lover of Trump. I don't fucking care. I've sat here because I've always paid attention to politics, but I've really started to really kind of dig into some of this shit. Because especially like from about Bush, the second term of Bush, into Obama, and now into Trump, and
so you're voting age,
right, basically. And so I'm really starting to fucking dig down, and I'm getting a little bit deeper into shit. And this particular time, I've not really engaged in a lot of political debate on Facebook or really on social media platforms in general, because you don't get good ideas. It just becomes this smorgasbord of fucking of wild accusations and horrific fucking insults and families tearing each other apart. It just becomes stupid. It becomes this futile exercise. It's useless. So I've sat back and watched, and for once, I'm an audience member, not a star. I'm sorry, that was a little egotistical, but I'm not involved in it. I'm not part of the cast, so I get to sit back and watch. Immigrants have been coming across the border and being fucking slapped into cages, right? Mm-hmm. That's happened. We all agree that that's happened. That there's not a question. I'm not going to debate the moral of it, or I'm not going to debate the morality of it, the justification of it. I'm not going to debate that. I'm not even going to bring that up. But it's happened. They're in cages. There is a moral outrage because of it. Fine. ICE raids have been going on across the country. That is also accurate. ICE raids have been happening. But there was this huge fucking moral outcry, right? And the Trump presidency and the Republican cabinets, and they were all getting shitloads of hate and this horrific backlash because of all of these things. Some of it justified, some of it wildly inaccurate, but regardless, it's been happening. So what does Trump do? I've watched this since the beginning of his fucking campaign until now. Dance, puppet, dance. He fucking threw out a tweet to AOC and her little fucking cadre of idiots.
Actually, he didn't name anybody. They stood up.
I understand that. But he threw out a tweet, and this tweet went ballistic. And it's racist, and it's this, that, and the other because of the shit that he said. And it was definitely charged language. A fucking 1,000,000%. And while I won't say it was blatantly racist, it is as close as you can fucking get without dropping the fucking N-bomb. It's just, that's where it was, and I looked at it and I was like, that was supercharged language, bro. I don't care how you fucking justify it. 100% that's what it was. It was inflamed language. 100%. 100%. It was horrible. Shouldn't have said it. The end. But I watched what happened. Nobody gives a fuck about the kids in cages anymore. No one gives a shit.
You don't see it anywhere now.
Nope.
I mean, everybody's talking about the other.
Nope.
That is
dance, puppet,
that's
dance.
Exactly
Dance,
what I
puppet,
think
dance.
about just about everything. Anytime anything blows up, you're going to have a distraction, something. And just like with this Area 51, Area 51 thing, just like watch. So there is going to be something to distract that from the people that are going to show up that are going to get hurt, because they will get hurt.
Oh yeah,
they will get hurt. There's going to be something.
You're charging an active military base that has top secret stuff. You couldn't charge
the White House, the Pentagon. You couldn't charge any of those places.
I'm like Right Pat. You couldn't charge. Even though people say no, there's stuff there. Like that's area or Hangar 18. Like,
oh yeah.
But you couldn't charge Grissom.
Yeah.
Or,
I watched the video that somebody had posted on their page, and it's like, this is what will happen if you charged Area 51. They talked about the highway leading into this area that you have to find on foot. They talked about all the guys waiting for you because they always know whoever's,
Well, yeah,
on the
because you
land.
have aerial surveillance, you have hidden surveillance,
Absolutely
you have
everything. The bush isn't a bush. Let's just go at that. So they were talking about, the main thing they were talking about was the highway, the lanes. It's a narrow roadway. People won't get in. It's going to be backed up for
highway.
It's going to be backed up for miles and miles and miles. And they said that it probably won't even be possible for this, if 1 million people were to do
to
it.
Naruto run.
The cars, where are you going to leave your
Naruto
cars?
run. I just want the
Naruto
fucking live stream of the Naruto run.
Yeah.
That's all I want.
Yeah.
I don't even have how to pronounce it.
Naruto.
Where they all throw their arms back and run.
So they
head first.
interviewed the kid who started it, and he's like, "Oh, it's a good time. We just, there's things there that we know that
I've done that to T's house.
They cannot. We've all done it. They cannot deny it if we do this. They cannot deny it. And I just think it's cool and the outpour and all this. And then at the end of the video, he does the run, and I lost it.
And that's the semen that won.
I know. When you look at these kids, I'm like, you're the sperm that made it. How the fuck did that happen?
Yeah.
Did it Naruto run down the
Naruto run down the fallopian tube? I'm coming, bitch.
Yeah.
I come now. I already came, you jackass. I'm gonna fucking make up the Naruto swim now. That's the next. My arms back behind me, just kicking my feet. I'm doing this. I'm finding a pool. Look, you know what? We're going to the neighbor's pool right now, and we're going to film me doing the Naruto swim.
And then headline tomorrow: man drowns.
Man drowns in 6 inches of water.
Hey, you know what? We've been trying to tell women for a long time that 6 inches is a lot.
Whoa!
We never laid our dicks on shoulders.
Wow. So much information.
I've come across a few foreheads in my day, but never laid across the shoulders.
Oh my goodness.
I've stamped a few passes.
Under the black light.
On that note,
We need to fucking go.
It is.
Christ.
It is. We need to wrap it up.
I hate all you. I hate you guys. I can't even do the closing of the show. All right, hold on. I got this. I gotta.
well, you actually got
readjust.
to sit up and stop being like the fat lazy guy.
Oh my god, I was so comfy though. You have no idea. Like I had my feet propped up in the other chair. It was fucking wonderful. Okay, so big shout out to my friend Steve.
Hi,
Steve Moore and his beautiful wife, Brittany. It was her birthday, so I want to say happy 25th birthday to her. Yes, I think she deserves it. She's awesome. They got a beautiful little baby, and they're super fucking cool people. I've known them for a while. They're out in New York checking out the show, so shout out to them. Happy birthday, Brittany.
Happy birthday.
Awesome. Shout out to Misty for checking the show for just a minute. Krista, who is at this point in Butt, Montana. She's not really in Butt, Montana, but I just wanted to say Butt. So, shout out to Krista
for the rest of the show.
checking out our show from Montana on the train, making other people suffer through our bullshit. I'm pretty sure she piped it into the PA, and if she didn't, I'm ashamed. So thank everybody for tuning in. We really do appreciate it. Thanks to our Patreon subscribers. We appreciate your contributions to our show. It helps us out a lot. Again, that's patreon.com/GP Network if you want to contribute monetarily. I have been Crazy Chris.
I will forever be Tenacious C.
And I'm Topher.
No, you're not.
You're Mayo G,
Mayo
bitch.
G.
Mayo G.
You're Mayo G.
All right, this has been Sunday Night Madness. You motherfuckers, stay classy, stay cool. Check us out next Sunday live on GeekPublicRadio.com. Have a good night.
Bye.